the lovely pumpkin, you have the zebra rose, and you have a little spider on top. So if you have been following me for some time,
my friend wanted the fibers, so I have spun up the bits that I had separated, and I have finished plying it, so it's now soaking, and then I am going to thwack it, I think is the English word, and hang it up to dry and include it in her box so that she can enjoy a mini out of it. Hello! That took forever! Oh my goodness. So I've had these two packages that I've ordered in the beginning of October. And one is a pair of shoes for winter that I'm hoping isn't real leather, because it didn't really specify on the website. And the other is a wood organizer to have beside my fireplace to better store my wood. this box they found, but I didn't get a notification when the packages arrived, so I only had the tracking numbers, and I knew that something was going to be up, because one of the packages said arrived in my city but delayed. And so I was, first of all, getting there was a nightmare. Turns out it could have been the piece of the cake that was the easiest one to digest. But I got there after a whole lot ifs and buts. But when I did get there after about 3/4 of an hour of a walk, I kept letting people go before me in line because I knew that there would be something wrong here and I didn't want to delay anyone. I'm just like that. People have work to go to and I am at home. I do things from home, so I can juggle a little easier than people who aren't in that position. And so I was standing there letting people ahead of me, and then there were 2 at work, so I got help after a while, which means another 3/4 of an hour, believe it or not. And then the problems began. Like I said, they could find the shoes easy, but the other one, the wood organizer, which I of course have to assemble, like I said, it said that it was arrived in my city, but it was delayed. So I was like, well, if it's in the city, where is it? And they said, well, there was this truck with this container that got into an accident. And then I just immediately thought, there it is, that's the problem. But yeah, so they finally managed to find it after about 15 minutes, meaning I had been there for an hour. Walked there for 45 minutes, meaning that 2 hours out of my day, because I waited for 15 minutes for a taxi because, yeah, that was necessary. And it was just, and the poor guy who worked there, oh my god, I don't know when he came to Norway, but he wasn't, he was good in Norwegian. He managed to make himself understood, but Central Norwegian is not the easiest dialect, and so I feel for him so bad because he was doing things and he was really struggling, and you could tell that he was really aiming to do this his best way. And I just started talking to him and chatting to the people around me in line, and he got less and less stressed and more smiley, so I think that I think he had a better time when I left, because he was very stressed when I got in there, so. But he was very nice and very helpful, so, you know, that's all that's needed, really. And, and then he gave me my shoes, and he said, you waited this long for shoes? And I said, and he was like, and I was like, because sometimes words aren't necessary. But I told him it's not fancy shoes, it's just for winter, and he was like, okay. Oh no, it's real leather. Or is it? It's not leather, because it doesn't have a leather mark. That's great. It's fake leather. Yay! I don't want to wear skin on my feet. Look! I got pink shoes and they're all nice and warm and snuggly on the inside. Sucky winter. I am prepared now. Yeah. What do you think of my new shoes? Oh. Awesome, and I love that it is not leather. Animals don't have to die for me to stay warm on my feet. Can someone tell me why these aren't black? Can someone please tell me why these aren't black? This is gonna bug the crap out of me. B4. I ordered a few more balls of yarn from Holst, and yeah, they're very affordable, so, and they ship very quickly. They are in Denmark and ships very quickly to Norway. I don't know if anyone else from any other countries has any experience with their delivery, but I'm sure that Holst has a page or something that says something about that on their site. So this is the yarn that I ordered. This is actually steel blue gray, but it doesn't show up that very well on camera. But it is steel blue gray. So that and that is going to be a colorwork sweater. I have one of those already here. It actually was the same dye lot. That was surprising. But the red that came with those will go with the second blue. I managed to cover up the microphone here, so these two colors with the white will be a Marius sweater, and I'm considering using gray for the bottom color for the Marius sweater, but it's up in the air. We'll see when I actually get to the point where I cast it on. And then I'm going to use this red and this gray for colorwork mittens. I'm planning to knit in November a pair of my Scandinavia mittens in these colors. So gray for the bottom color and red for the pattern color. So all these yarns I actually have plans for this year or in the beginning of the next. And that, my friends, is awesome! This, by the way, is the box that holds the yarn that has no place in the living room. There's sock yarn, some yarns that I dyed, linen yarns for sweaters, and the Holst yarns on top here for all the sweaters. Yeah, I'm gonna focus a lot more on sweaters from now on. My God, I forgot what to say. I'll be with you in a few seconds. Okay, I think I'm on track now. Yeah, I am seeing a lot of comments saying that I am spreading a bug called organizing, and I think that's absolutely lovely. There is a thread open on Ravelry. In the Nordic Stitches Ravelry group. It is linked down below with everything else, and I suggest that instead of me inspiring you and I can inspire each other in that group. So head on over to the Ravelry group and the chatter thread for Vlogtober, and maybe share pictures and ideas of your organization. Yeah. Because I'm not done, and God knows I have a long way to go. So the more ideas, the better, and the more people that share, the better. So yay! Let's head on over to Ravelry and do that. It's 24 degrees Celsius and I'm sitting here in my hand knit socks under my blanket, knitting on a warm sweater, wearing my Zweig. And I could either be warmer. So, yep. It's going to be a long winter, long live knitwear.